I just realized that I was trying to talk to the camera for like a few minutes, and then I realized that it wasn't recording. So, all that you missed was me aggressively singing a Chloe Moriondo song, and nothing much else. For those of you who don't know, I'm a huge overachiever, as in, like, with anything usually other than school, I will play it till I finish everything. And, Celeste was on sale for the weekend. So, 30 achievements seems pretty doable. I want to get as many of the strawberries that I can. As many. I don't know if I'll be able to do it perfectly, because I might forget to find some. But we're gonna do this. And we're gonna do it. Because this is America. Don't get your slipping now. I've played a little bit of Celeste before. Because I was, my best friend brought her Nintendo Switch over one night. And, there was, like, 2 parts that, it's not like she couldn't do them, but she was actively hating life about them. So I decided to be the good friend that I am sometimes and help her with it. So, I love this game. I don't have a clue. This is the first time I've loaded it up. Where is my mouse? Okay, so while, we wait, I guess, because I don't know what I'm supposed to do if not wait. Do I seriously need? Oh. Oh. I did not think for a second that C meant press C. Okay. I don't know if I have a controller to play this with. So, oh no, I didn't mean to click on credits. X. Oh, that was nice. So, how am I gonna get a rumble going on with my keyboard? I'd love to get a rumble going on with my keyboard, if you know what I'm saying. I'm kidding. Left. Right. Confirm. Alright, we're gonna confirm. Can I rename? What should I rename Madeline to? I think I'm just gonna go with Chloe. Also, it looks like my name is on a gun thing. Alright, except... assist mode? I'm fine. Alright, I'll be decent. So, I've played this part of the game. I've watched my friend play this part of the game. She played it and I just kind of watched, which was fun. I enjoyed that. I don't know. In all seriousness, I love this game. Look at me. I'm the cutest. Okay. So it seems that the controls are gonna get a little bit... Oh, I could... So, jump. Alright, we're gonna try and use this. So now this is how you grab on the things. Alright. So Alright, so excuse me, ma'am. The sign out front is busted. Is this the mountain trail?
We're almost there. It's just across the bridge.
By the way, you should call someone about your driveway. The bridge collapsed and I nearly died. If my driveway almost did if my driveway almost did you in, then
If my driveway almost did you in, the mountain might be a bit much for you.
well, if an old bat like you can survive out here, then I think I'll be fine.
To yourself. But you should know, Celeste Mountain is a strange place. You might see things you aren't ready to see.
You should seek help, lady. Right, so this is gonna start collapsing. Alright, yeah. Right, dashing. Cool. I can, thank you. Thank you for the encouragement, me. So, I'm gonna begin this, climb. So yeah, I know how to save it. And while I try and do this, how do I get in if this is what the wall looks like? So, is that a way down, or is that just gonna kill me? Actually been pretty damn nice. Like, how it... Let me check that. Damn it. I think I gotta drop down there and then dash out. But... Or maybe it requires some wall jumping. I spaced out keys too much. Options. I'm gonna mess with some of the keys. Okay. Damn it. Hey, if I hold these two at the same time, you should... Yeah. Okay. So my day. Like, for a day and a week that's... Like, the week itself has been pretty bad. It's been a pretty good day. I'm kind of... angry at myself right now, I'd say. Because I have a lot of stuff that I want to be recording and a lot of stuff that I want to be editing, but I can't get myself to do it. So that gets kind of annoying. But, I will... Why does it just say... Don't do that again. But, I will be trying to get around to doing stuff. There's a podcast that I want to start, which, I actually got the idea from one of my friends who I no longer talk to. Not really their fault, more so my fault. But I will try and get that episode out soon. I said once a week might be good for upload, so X is that. This is grab. Sweet. Alright. Oh, shit. I thought I didn't make it. It's much easier to do this with a controller. Oh, I was trying to... Forgot that. X is dash. X is dash, Chloe. From a person that's played Minecraft, it feels like dash should mean me double tapping something. I do want to start working on that podcast, like editing it, because there's a few things that I want to take out of it. AKA, like, just some me saying some dumb stuff, I guess, that I didn't really appreciate me saying, even though I was the one who said it. There was just something that I wanted to take out, but then, probably find something to, like, overlay onto it, and work on that. No, you bitch! Oh, can I not dash? Is that it? Okay. But yeah, so that'll be a podcast of, it'll literally just be me talking about mental health issues and just sad bitch stuff, you know. As you bitch do. Damn it, I forgot to dash. But, I'm also willing, like, even though I know that, like, no one watches my stuff, and it, like, barely even matters, I'm also definitely willing to, like, take requests for what people want me to talk about on there. Even if, you know, I'm almost sure no one's ever gonna watch that, or would ever want to watch that. Okay, well, I got it down. But, oh, that's dash. And I did figure out last month that uploading once a week would probably be a whole lot easier for me, and like maybe twice a week if I get around to it. But damn it, how did I get that? Got it. Damn it, I wasted. That was accidental, but pretty cool. Thanks, asshole. Oh, bitch. Like, I know that it won't be good content if I make some stuff, like, some of my stuff obviously won't be good. I don't entrust myself with making, like, very good things. Like, even my edits, like, the only good ones, like, as in the ones that have gotten, like, any views at all, were the ones that my, best friend suggested that I made. Or, like, the ones that were inspired by my best friend. As in, the Stray Kids Laughing one, that has, like, the most views of my channel, besides Adu Noise, which was the first edit that I made, and subsequently, technically the best one, judging off of views that it has. And, bullshit to YouTube's algorithm for making consistent content, because even while I made consistent content for that entire month, like, basically that entire month, I don't mean, like, that actual entire month, I know that I fucked up. But I know that I fucked up towards the end. But, YouTube's algorithm recommended, like, so little of my videos to people. Like, my best friend kept getting recommended the videos that she already watched. And she's the only one that watches my videos. Thanks, best friend. Damn it. Okay. But, let me take a moment. But, so yeah, podcast that's gonna start happening, that's gonna be stuff about mental health, probably some other stuff like that. I don't think I'm gonna ever do vlogs, just because I don't think my life is very interesting. I don't do many interesting things. I know I do want to start a series where I explain certain things, just like subjects in school, because, no one likes school. And, I thought making a video about, like, certain subjects in school would help people, because, oh, there he is. Oh there, fellow traveler. Oh, hi. What a killer night for a hike. I guess so. This place is so crazy. I kinda can't believe it exists. Not the easiest climb, is it? But I guess that's what I was looking for. Whoa, that sounds pretty serious. I'm just happy to see another human in such a lonely place. I'm Theo, by the way, an adventurer from a far-off land. Not much of a talker, are you? Serious lone wolf type, I get it. I'll just imagine some dark backstory for you. Hey, sorry, I'm Chloe. I've got a lot on my mind. Well, Chloe, I'd say you've come to the right place. I'm freezing my toes off, but I can't imagine a better place to be for some quiet reflection. Yeah, maybe you're right. What far-off land do you hail from? Well, my inquisitive compatriot, I doth hail from the mystical, exotic kingdom of Seattle. Sounds like a special place. I want to talk to him. This place is wild. Why would an entire city be abandoned? I read that some mega corporations started building it, but then no one wanted to live here. I wonder why. My money's on a government cover-up. What a waste. To build all of this for no reason. At least we get to enjoy the leftovers. So I like him. He's pretty cool. Pretty chill guy. Oh, shit. Other than that, silly edits might come out, like, whenever, I get good ideas for them, or my best friend gifts me ideas for them. Cause, like, that's technically a joint effort between the two of us. Like, I suck at coming up with ideas. I have a list of them, but none of them are, like, funny to warrant me actually making, like, a video just dedicated to it. Like, cause, it's a repeated gag. It gets old kinda fast. Okay. I'm planning on getting more posters for the big poster wall. Next up would, probably be Stray Kids, maybe The Boys, if I get into The Boys a lot more. I'm also, another thing that I wanted to talk about, speaking of The Boys, I have an Instagram account that I mainly am going to use for just, like, everything. Like, I don't care, it's my Instagram account. You gonna tell me I can't live my life a certain way? So, I'm going to be using that Instagram account for just whatever I want. Just to be silly, just to have fun. Like, it's my Instagram account. It's my Instagram account. At the end of the day, I get to choose what goes on it. And I want to post a lot of stuff on my story. I have a whole highlights dedicated to me talking about my story. Today, I spent, like, an hour or two just, like, compiling information on, like, some of my characters and stuff. Oh, shit. But I would really like to hear, like, I don't know if I mean, like, feedback, or just, like, to hear people, like, their opinions on it, or just, like, I have right now there's a question on it, and I'll probably repost a question on it every now and then, like, ask me questions about it, and I'll try to answer it to the most that I can without giving too much away. 'Cause I'm pretty far into working on the first book. Like, I have a general tone set for it, and I'm very, very excited about it. and I want to share some of the stuff that I'm willing to share with people. That's just a part of it. I have the rough draft, like, not completely done, but, like, most of it is finished. Like, I have, like, most of the expositional stuff done, and that doesn't sound too good. The whole, like, because the whole thing could be technically counted as exposition. The first book is a book that is in the overall, like, plot line. It's the exposition. But the fact that it's the exposition, it like, the exposition is so long that it has a whole fucking story arc to it. It's a whole story. So, the first book is technically, it's like the exposition of the series. Like, you get to know the characters, you get to meet them. Okay, I pressed the wrong button. But, and I have a lot of stuff right now on, my Instagram story about, like, characters and all the cool stuff about them and specifically what they used to be, because I don't want to tell you what they are now. I did say, like, I made some characters, like, more nice, sometimes, but I didn't, like, give too much away as to what I actually did to them, or, like, what traits I specifically removed, or what traits I specifically got rid of, or that's the same thing. Yeah, if you want to know stuff about my stories, even if you think that they're gonna be stupid, they probably will be stupid. They're supposed to be, I would classify them as, magical realism or something like that, but, like, comedic magical realism. I'm trying to set a more, like, I guess, lighthearted tone for it, because, like, as a very sassy, sarcastic, caustic, like, not to toot my own horn here, but that's sort of, like, how I would describe my own personality. It's hard to write serious stories, and it's hard to write serious things. I've gotten a lot better about it recently, but, like, when things get serious, I have to change the tone just, like, a little bit. Like, no, not even just a little bit. Things that are serious have to remain in, like, a more serious part of the story, because I don't want certain things that are, like, serious problems being treated with, like, my lighthearted sense of humor. Which, like, because all of the ooh. Oh, okay. Well, that would make sense. But, like, some of the things I kind of, like, when I made them originally, they weren't treated in, like, I don't know, I guess the best way. Like, some of the things that I was writing about wasn't very, I don't know. How would I describe it? It wasn't the most, mature. Shit. That's how I would say it. It wasn't the most, like, mature. Like, could have, like, some of the events were, like, super over the top and were just very, like, silly and weren't treated with the amount of, like, proper justice and stuff. 'Cause, the story revolves around, like, my main character, Nadia. The whole idea is that she's a very nice person. She's very, like, I don't know how I would describe her. She's basically just, like, the protagonist. Like, what you would expect from, like, the one, like, cool protagonist of the story. And, but I try to make her a little bit more than that. It's really weird. Explaining Nadia has never been something that I've personally been good at. Like, I can describe to you every other character besides Nadia, for some reason. 'Cause Nadia just reminds me of just, like, if you were to ask me who Nadia reminded me of, it wouldn't be me, but, like, she's kind of like an amalgamation of some of my other characters. And it's weird. Like, she doesn't have Like, she even notices, like, she doesn't have all that much personality. She doesn't have many friends. There's not too much about her that's very interesting. Like, she doesn't think that she'll get into a good college, and which is a realistic struggle that most kids recently have, because a lot of us are like, oh shit, like, we're like, a lot of kids my age are now realizing, like, oh fuck, I'm gonna have to apply to colleges one day, and I'm not ready for that. And honestly, me too. Yes, bitch. Okay. But I feel like it's really weird to say it. Oh, let's just watch this happen. They always go the same way. I think I can dash all those ways, can I? Yes, I can. So, I'm gonna try this. Probably won't be right. Up. Left. Oh, okay. Up. Oh, shit. Okay, this is gonna take a while. Up. Left. Down right. Up right. And then, left. And then up left. Cool. What do I do with this? What do I do about that? What do you want me to do about this thing? Oh, okay. There we go. Pointless. Did I get an achievement for that? Please tell me I got an achievement for that. Alright, well, that was cool. I'm glad that I interrupted and completely forgot about whatever I was talking about before to do that. So, oh. Okay, so I was talking about the voice. Then I started talking about my stories. Right, so I'm a writer. And not, like, I'm not, like, a great writer. I'm just a writer. I have all these stories that some of them I'm never gonna write. And I would like to talk about those at some point. Because, dear God, some of them just, like, I feel the need to talk about them sometimes. Because of how, like, stupid they were. And, like, how, like, shameless it was that I was going off of something else. Now this is for the car. Alright, I'd have to fall onto that. For instance, I had a story that, like, the premise is kind of like SAO, but, like, not to a point where it's, like SAO level of, like, stop. It does get to a level of stop at some points, and the main character is pretty stupid, and I don't like my own main character sometimes. This is a case of that. And, yeah. There was a point where I thought, I had a story that was so clearly a self-insert. Like, literally, the main character's name was Chloe. And, like, the only person that's ever seen any part of that is my best friend. And that's because I trust her enough to make fun of me. But, like, I trust her enough to make fun of me. Like, I know that sounds pretty weird, but I don't care if she makes fun of me. She's, like, the one person that's like, sure, make fun of me, go ahead. I'm an idiot. Okay. So. Damn it. That looks like a secret. Tasty, spicy. Secret time. Yes, it was a secret. Get punked. Oh shit. Okay. Fuck. Alright, get punked. Get punked. Get punked. I deserve that. Like, that story was horrible, and, I think, like, if it were not a self-insert and I made some changes to it, maybe I might release it, like, as a short story someday. Because it would work, I guess, because, like, the characters that aren't me would fit into the timeline. It's just that, like, all of that came about in a very, like, all of that came about in a very, like, way that it was just obvious that I wanted it to be self-insert. And, like, my best friend has also seen that. Like, but yeah, I could release that as just, like, a short story someday, because, like, the characters could play into the plot later. Because they do technically exist in this universe, they just are stupid, and I need to fix them if I wanted anything good to come out of it.
Ooh, that's hot! That's real hot!
So, okay.
Ooh!
Okay. So, I would definitely love to release some of the, like, the failed stories that I had ideas for, though. Because those are, like, I feel like other people could learn from my mistakes. Especially my... And, oh god, I should probably talk about this. So, my first ever finished, and one of the first ever written stories that I ever wrote was called Distance. And it was the worst thing to ever be written by me, by, like, anyone. Like, no grammatical errors, like, not many that were very evident, but it was a 30-page short story that I wish I never had even thought of. So this was when I was first getting into the concept of, like, a dystopian future. This was also a self-insert, and it was based off of a fanfiction that I read. And I'm not even gonna say what fanfiction it was, because the fanfiction was actually decent. Distance was not decent. And I regret ever thinking of it. But yes, I would love to talk about Distance someday. That would be amazing. Just, like, talk about where the story went wrong, which was immediately. And, there's a lot of stuff about Distance that would just be so hilarious for me to talk about, I feel. Like, it would involve mentioning, like, some of my old friends, but what the hell, they won't care. They don't even talk to me anymore. I think that's both of our faults. For instance, I deleted Snapchat, which is how I talked to, like, most of them towards the end. I also deleted Skype, which is also how I talked to them most of the time. But I would totally be chill with just, like, going over what happened with Distance and just sort of, like, how I messed up. Like, every single way that I think that I messed up. And just, like...
Ooh, that's hot! That's hot! That's real hot!
Okay. You can tell that I've looked at that one meme too much of... That was not the dash button. I pressed up. I only pressed up.
In the arms of the angel. Fly away from here.
Okay, so, support Young Hoon. His campaign in 2020. Oh my god, that took so long. That's an inside joke with me and my best friend. Also, bagels. That's another inside joke that I'm never going to explain, and I wish I... Why did I have to say it? Oh, Christ. Ooh, okay. I could get over there and try to wall jump that, but I don't know if I have the gamer capacity to do that. Alright. Better remember to jump this time. I didn't jump this time! Alright, we're working on it. We're getting it. We're doing it. What can I say? I'm the best. Okay, that was the autosave thing. That was the wrong button. That was the wrong button. Okay. So, goal 1. Blow up. Then act like I don't know nobody. Could I use the momentum from this thing? Other stories. I've had a few written on my phone. There's a lot of names that I end up reusing. I use a lot of J names, I've noticed. Between Jason, Jace. Oh, Jace, that's another thing. I have a story that I might end up publishing. I don't know. That would be a story that I think would be good to publish later. Like, it's something that fits into this timeline, but, like, it fits weirdly into this timeline, because, like, the characters don't have too much significance to the main plot line, and, like, a lot of the way that certain magical things work is, not very easy to explain, and so I'd have to... It's like a thing that I would rather explain by showing to you, as in, literally, I would rather you read one of my other stories for me to explain the, like, how magic works. Because, like, most of the time magic just doesn't want to work the way that I want it to work, and which is weird, because I'm the one who makes the magic in my stories. But then, like, I have documents from, like, very, very long ago, like, on how magic used to work. But those are all pretty much inaccurate and kind of stupid now. Like, some of them are a little bit accurate, and I think that I might make some of that stuff into reality, but I don't think that much of it is going to be, like, you know, what ends up actually being, like, canon. Yeah. There we go. That's called momentum, kids. Damn it. Can I get there by jumping? Oh. Damn it, okay. So, I did it again. I could just dash up. Get a handle on my dashes. B-side. Thank you. So, sorry, I just had to jam out to those smooth beats. Excuse me. Oh, I have to... No, I don't. How am I supposed to get over there? No. Could I... No, because then I'd still have to... Could I just dash straight up? Nope. How? What I'm gonna do instead of that right now is this. Damn it. Damn it. Okay. I've been listening to a lot of Chloe Moriando. I know I mentioned it earlier. I know I mentioned it earlier, but I've been listening to a lot of Chloe Moriando. She is just a better Chloe than me, just in all aspects. Let me check my phone, because I'm pretty sure in every single aspects, she is just a better Chloe. A year older than me. But she's a year older than me, so she's older than me. She's more musically talented. She's much prettier, and, like, just every single thing about her is amazing. What the heck? Why is every other Chloe, like, a better Chloe than me? Like, how did this one mess up that bad? Okay, hold on, wait. I think this might progress the story. I don't know. Oh, okay, so I'd have to do this without dashing. That's fine, I got this. Okay. I have to remember how momentum's supposed to work. There we go. So, like, her voice is beautiful. She plays the ukulele. I can't play the ukulele. I can play, like, 4 chords on the guitar that's back there. But, like, I seriously only know how to play 4. Maybe 6 on a good day. I've done this before. I know how to do this. Except if I die. In which case, then I don't. Okay. So once I get up there, I cannot use my dash. Right. This was the part that, my best friend, not because she's bad at the game, she just handed me the controller, and said, do it, because I offered to, and I said that I would like to. I like playing video games a lot. So, I did it, and I don't know if I can't remember if I was the one who ended up beating this part, or if she was, but we ended up doing it. What's gonna work? Teamwork. But yes. Okay. So I don't even need that big spiky boy. I'm still gonna use it though. No, I'm not. So... Oh boy. So I've been listening to a lot of her recently, and also Cave Town, because holy shit. If you don't listen to Robbie, start listening to Robbie. Because he makes music that will make you forget that you have socks. Like, you will forget that you had ever owned socks within your lifetime. Because you won't need to have socks after you listen to Robbie, because you'll just forget about your socks. Doesn't that suck? Oh shit. Okay, so that piece was fall down, I think. Is fall down. Okay, so, Chloe Moriando, Cave Town. Who else do I listen to a lot recently? Joji. I listen to a lot of Joji. I generally don't like the sort of genre of music that Joji makes, but I just like Joji. Can you get off my back? Stray Kids, 17, the usuals. That is Spikes, never mind. So what else? Well, no other music, really. I've been listening to a lot of old Paramore, I guess. That's happened, but, like, not too much. Like, I just like Paramore in general, so no shit, I'm gonna be listening to a lot of Paramore. I know how this works. I need my dash. What else? I don't think there's much other interesting news. I think my art style is starting to more so solidify. It's still not solid, like, at all. But, like, it's starting to solidify. Like, it's becoming, like, more consistent. It's definitely going for, like, more realistic, which is fine with me, unless I decide to start animating stuff, in which case, then it won't be fine by me, because then I'd have to, animate realistic stuff all the time, and I hate my life. I do like animating, just, I hate animating softwares. I don't know if that makes any sense, because I don't know if anyone else who animates also can, like, share the same experience, but in my time, I've found that I just hate working on Adobe. Oh, this might have been a mistake. That's one chapter done. Do I go straight into the... Did I get all of them? Did I get all of them? No, I missed 2. Okay, well, thanks to the B-side. I'm just mad. I don't know where I missed 2. So this is the next part. I've played through most of this part. I'm gonna... when I come back next time to play this again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to, briefly, before I make any sort of intro, just show you, me getting the last 2 strawberries that I forgot about, or just missed. That's the last 2 that, that's, like, gonna be, I guess, the intro part of it. And then, the rest of the video will be me, playing through the next level. And, I think that's how I'm going to set up the episodes of this. Expect things coming out of that podcast that I told you, because I do really want to talk about some stuff with mental health, because as a person with shitty mental health, not like the shittiest mental health, but decently shitty mental health, not that, like, it invalidates me that my mental health isn't the worst, but, like, I feel the need to talk about it, and sometimes I can't talk about it to, like, everyone, so I just want to talk about it to, like, I feel the need to talk about it, but, I don't really have a audience, and I'm sick of talking to myself, so expect something out of that. The first episode I might post this week or next week, so be excited, I guess, I don't know. Be excited, don't be excited, your choice at the end of the day. Wait. Did any of that record? I almost just had a heart attack because I pulled up OBS to, like, check everything out and, like, make sure that, like, everything was running soundly. I thought it said that like, the visual, like, of the gameplay didn't record. That would have been... Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a nice week. And a nice life. Just have a nice time.